Students, to the ninth module of this chapter. And what is this module going to talk about? It is going to talk about the importance of sexual reproduction and its importance. Students, till now, we were learning about various asexual modes of reproduction. But with plant tissue culture, we end our study for a sexual mode of reproduction. Let us move our focus now to the next mode of reproduction, none other than the sexual mode of reproduction. Organisms like dogs, human beings, plants, birds exhibit this mode of reproduction. Now, how is it different from asexual? The very fact the word sexual tells us that it is going to involve sexes. That means not one parent but two parents are going to be involved in this. Let us understand the mechanism of this. Sexual reproduction involving two parents. One parent is going to be male and another is going to be a female. That means, of course, in this we are going to have a father and we are going to have a mother. Students, we are talking about a life process. And as we all know, cell is a fundamental unit of life. Everything inside the body of organisms take place inside cells. So if it is reproduction, it will also take place because of certain cells. So inside the body of organisms, inside the body of sexually reproducing organisms, there are special reproductive cells. These cells are called as the germ cells or the gametes. Now, hands on, for all the reproductive cells, we are going to talk germ cells or we are going to use the term gametes. Now, inside the body of the male parent, we have the male gamete. And inside the body of the female parent, we have the female gamete. Now, how are these gametes going to help to produce a new life? Because a basic question that arises in our mind is, because these gametes are present in two different individuals. Okay, so let us go to the next step in the sexual reproduction. That is, students, male gamete is going to be smaller and it is going to be motile. Okay. So the male gamete is going to be smaller in size and it is going to be motile. The word motile, that means it is going to exhibit movements. Oh, here is the clue. So in short, the male gamete is going to do movements and try to reach up to the female gamete. So then how is a female gamete? The female gamete is larger and it contains stored food. The food which is required for the new life which is going to come. Now what is the next step? Okay, the male gamete and the female gamete fuse together. They merge with each other. They unite with each other. And a unicellular zygote is formed. Students, zygote, the first cell of our life. Last year we all said, every living organism begins its life with a single cell. This is the first cell of our life, the unicellular zygote. This zygote will eventually develop into the new organism of the same species. Now, it takes us to the importance of sexual reproduction. When asexual reproduction had so many methods involved in it, what is the importance of sexual reproduction? Why should we have even this method of reproduction? Let us understand. The very first, since there is fusion of two germ cells from two different individuals, variations are produced. The amount of biodiversity that we see around us is a result of sexual reproduction. Students, variations give rise to variety and diversity. The amount of different types of living organisms surrounding us are majorly a result of sexual reproduction. Moving further, in sexual reproduction, because the genetic information or the genetic material of two individuals are coming together, it enables the organism to adapt and survive in the changing environment. It makes the generation more powerful. It helps the generation in more wise adaptation and survival in the changing environment. And as a result, it helps to prevent the complete extinction of animal and plant species. Students, because of sexual reproduction, adaptations become easier, and with the new adaptations, organism can prevent themselves from extinction. A very classic example, the Indian pipe plant that we learned in the earlier modules. It got adapted to saprophytic mode of nutrition and was able to save itself from extinction. Now with this, students, learning the importance of sexual reproduction, we end this module.